Alright, buckle up, aviation fanatics and curious minds. Today, we're diving headfirst into one of the most jaw-dropping sagas in modern aviation history, the Boeing 737 MAX. For decades, Boeing was synonymous with American ingenuity, a titan of the skies, building planes that crisscrossed the globe safely. But then, something went horribly, catastrophically wrong with their newest iteration of the legendary 737. This isn't just about a plane, it's about a company, a culture, and the devastating consequences when profit flies too close to the sun. Get ready, because this story has more twists than a corkscrew dive. So, how did we get here? Boeing was facing fierce competition from Airbus, specifically their fuel-efficient A320neo. Boeing needed an answer, and fast. Instead of designing a brand new plane from scratch, which is super expensive and takes ages, they decided to update their incredibly popular 737. It was supposed to be a quick, cost-effective way to stay competitive. The plan was simple: slap on bigger, more fuel-efficient engines, tweak the aerodynamics, and call it the 737 MAX. What could possibly go wrong with a few minor adjustments? Turns out, a lot. Here's where it gets wild. Those bigger engines? They were so big, Boeing had to mount them further forward and higher on the wing. This changed the plane's aerodynamic characteristics, making it prone to pitching up in certain situations. Not ideal. To counteract this, Boeing developed a software system called MCAS, the Maneuvering Characteristics Augmentation System. It was designed to automatically push the nose down if it detected a stall. Sounds smart, right? One little sensor, no pilot awareness needed. A hidden feature, almost. And that, my friends, was the ticking time bomb. Then came the unimaginable. October 29, 2018. Lion Air Flight 610, a brand new 737 MAX, plunged into the Java Sea shortly after takeoff, killing all 189 people on board. The initial investigation was confusing, but clues pointed to something terrifyingly similar: the plane's nose repeatedly being forced down. Pilots were fighting an unseen enemy, a system they didn't even know existed. It was a red flag the size of an airliner, but instead of immediate grounding, there were assurances. A tragedy, yes, but could it be a one-off? The world held its breath. Just 5 months later, on March 10, 2019, the unthinkable happened again. Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302, another 737 MAX, crashed minutes after takeoff, claiming all 157 lives. The eerie similarities were undeniable. Two brand new planes, two sudden, uncontrollable nosedives. Panic set in. This wasn't a fluke, this was a pattern. The world collectively gasped as the grim reality sunk in. The MAX had a problem, a deadly one. It was no longer just a warning, it was a clear, catastrophic failure that demanded immediate action. The aftermath was swift and unprecedented. Country after country, airline after airline, grounded their 737 MAX fleets. The FAA, initially hesitant, finally followed suit. Imagine an entire new fleet of aircraft, the pride of a company like Boeing, forbidden to fly anywhere on Earth. It was a staggering blow to Boeing's reputation and finances, and a monumental moment for aviation safety regulators worldwide. Questions swirled: how could this happen? Who was responsible? And most importantly, when, if ever, would the 737 MAX fly again? This was crisis management at an entirely new level. The investigations revealed a shocking truth. The MCAS system, designed to prevent stalls, was flawed. It relied on a single angle of attack sensor. If that sensor failed, it could repeatedly force the plane's nose down, making it impossible for pilots to recover. And here's the kicker: many pilots weren't even properly trained on MCAS, some didn't even know it existed. Boeing, in its rush, had downplayed the system's significance to avoid costly pilot retraining requirements. Cost-cutting trumped safety, and it cost hundreds of lives. A truly devastating finding. Boeing was forced into a monumental task, fixing the MAX. This meant a complete overhaul of the MCAS software, now requiring input from two sensors and preventing repeated nose-down commands. Pilot training was revamped, making MCAS a mandatory part of every 737 MAX pilot's knowledge. The recertification process was grueling, spanning nearly 2 years, with intense scrutiny from regulators worldwide. Was it enough? Could trust be rebuilt? It wasn't just about technical fixes, it was about convincing an entire world that this plane was now safe. A truly uphill battle. Today, the 737 MAX is flying again, but the shadow of those crashes still looms. Passengers grapple with their trust in the aircraft, with some actively avoiding it. Recent incidents, like the Alaska Airlines door plug blowout, or persistent manufacturing defects, haven't helped Boeing's image. It's a constant battle for the company to regain its once sterling reputation. This whole saga is a stark reminder of the immense responsibility aircraft manufacturers hold, and how easily that trust can be shattered. What do you think? Would you fly on a 737 MAX today? Let us know in the comments.